Hey, it's Camo with Nashville Access Facebook Live, the Pie Wagon Sessions. We're running a little late this morning because that's the way Nashville works, and we don't want to mess with the way Nashville works. But it's worth the wait because look, it's Carolyn Jones.
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me, Camo.
It's a pleasure. You put on a show last night at 3rd and Lindsley. I was going to be there, but I didn't quite make it. But from all reports, you killed it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a really enjoyable show. I love William Morris, and it was a great show, great lineup. Yeah,
that's cool. Now, your album is
Bare Feet,
and it's excellent.
Thank you so much.
I was listening to the whole thing, and I really like it. You've got a whole bunch of different kind of feels in there. But the big one is Tough Guys. Tell us a little bit about that, because the video is really cool.
Thank you so much. Well, Tough Guys is a sassy, tongue-in-cheek song that was really inspired by dealing with so many people's different opinions and expectations of who you should be and how you should live. And Tough Guys is just a song about the conviction of being unapologetically yourself in a world that kind of wants to mold you and make you like everyone else. And it's a sassy, tongue-in-cheek song. In the video, we really wanted that attitude and that sass to come through in an authentic way that wasn't cheesy. And so I think Paul Boyd, the director, did all the Shania Twain videos and he nailed it.
I was going to say, it has that, and I don't mean that it's, you're emulating Shania, but that attitude, that just shows right out. And when you said that, it's like, okay, now that makes sense.
Yeah, he did.
Because she was the first one that really brought that attitude to the country.
Very much so.
Was she a big influence on you?
For sure. I think that her attitude and also, honestly, her collaboration, her production with Mutt Lange. I co-produced the EP Bare Feet with Ric Wake, and production-wise, it's a big influence on me because of the alternative elements from pop and rock that they brought into country, and were able to create a completely fresh sound. Not for the sake of being kitschy, but for the sake of putting across more emotion in the music, and that really inspired me. Yeah, I
mean, Mutt Lange, that production was so new to country, but all he did was take the same production that he did for Def Leppard and AC/DC and all that stuff, and instead of doubling guitars, he doubled fiddles, and brought all that stuff.
So brilliant.
What was it like working with Ric Wake? Now, for me, my whole background is country, so that's not a real familiar name for me other than Trisha. But my wife comes originally from the pop and R&B background. I said, it was co-produced by Ric Wake. And I know who Ric Wake is.
Yeah. Ric Wake has produced Mariah Carey and Whitney Houston and Céline Dion and J-Lo and Enrique Iglesias. He is a wonderful partner and champion. He's also my manager and co-producer, so we're partners. And he just gets me. He just gets my music. He gets my sensibilities. We work really well together because I'm super creative and detail-oriented, and he has a big picture perspective that is really valuable to me in the studio because it's so easy to get so caught up in instrumental details. And so he has a really great perspective of my songwriting and my production sensibilities, and I love the guy. Yeah, he's great.
I remember talking to Dan Huff a few years ago, and he said, as a producer, my job isn't to go in and give somebody my sound, because you had Phil Spector, the wall of sound. If you hired Phil Spector, that's the sound you get. And Ric Wake seems to be very much the same thing. It's not going in and saying, hi, I'm Ric Wake, I'm the producer, and this is my sound and you're going to do it. It's letting you bring your sensibilities to it as well.
Yeah, Ric is very wise in that way, and he came onto this voluntarily. So he loves my songwriting, he loves my songs and my style and my sensibilities, and we just work really well together. And I love production. I love the songwriting process, and I love playing acoustic, as I will in a few minutes. But I love big production. I love how producing a record is like writing the song 1,000 times, because you get to write the lyrics and the melody, but then you get to write the mandolin part, and what do the synths do, and what's the beat, and what's the bass line, and all that stuff that just ups the ante on the power behind the emotion of the song if it's done right. Yeah.
And even your ballads on this, they sound stripped down, but they're not. They've still got a lot of stuff going on. But
yeah,
they give that sound of really intimate, stripped down acoustic.
Thank you so much. That's very perceptive.
I see. I can do that. I can really do that.
I think because he's probably referring to Country Girl, which is a really special song on the EP. And that song has an acoustic guitar, and then it has
yeah, we brought the rhythm section. The ice machine rhythm section.
But that song has an acoustic guitar, and then under it has like a really, really soft Juno 80s synth, which you would never think, but it just adds like a halo. And then that kick drum is actually my heartbeat. We recorded my heartbeat and put it under all the kick drums in the record, so that we can say I put my heart into the record, literally.
Now, you're not just a vocalist and a producer. You're also a multi-instrumentalist.
Yes.
You play a ton of stuff. But what really caught my eye is you play lap steel.
Yeah.
I'm a steel player.
Oh, wow.
So one of the things I miss about music now is you don't get liner notes. You don't get to see all the geek stuff.
I love that stuff.
And I always, growing up, first thing I go to is steel player. Who played steel on it?
Yeah.
So when I read in your notes, steel player, got to talk to her about that.
Yeah, in my early 20s, I went through a phase of really loving old acoustic blues. And I actually brought my acoustic resonator. I'm going to play Tough Guys on it for you. But that's when I picked up slide playing and playing in open tunings. And from there, it's really organic, because once you learn open tunings, you can play 5-string banjo, you can play 4-string banjo, you can play steel. It's just on your lap instead of here. So there's something very emotional about that particular instrument that I really resonate with.
I mean, I started, and it was a flat top, and that we sat on our laps.
Yeah.
And it had steel.
So like an acoustic dobro?
Yeah.
Okay,
it wasn't even an acoustic dobro. It's like an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then moved up to the lap steel, and then the pedal steel, and then you get all the toys.
Yeah, I don't play pedal steel, but I would love to. That's like a whole other...
Yeah, that's rubbing your belly and patting your head at the same time, and also trying to understand the mechanics.
Yeah, with the knee. You got the knee going, the foot going, the hands going.
Yeah, because I had, my last one had 8-foot pedals, 5 knee levers, and some of the knee levers go up and down, and some go left
Plus
to right.
the bends here.
Yeah, the bends on your strings. You got you got two tunings, E9 and C6.
Yeah.
The C6 was fun because it's the open tuning, and that's where you get to do all the jazz and blues and swing stuff.
Very cool.
Sorry, we took a side road there. Are you a tough critic on yourself when you're providing all the instrumentation and singing, and you're producing? Are you your harshest critic, or
Very much so, yeah. And it's a challenge because you can't be too vain. You know, people think of vanity as just, you know, being obsessed with what you look like or how people perceive you. But in music, the most important thing is the soul, and the heart, and the soul, and the feeling. And the dexterity in your craftsmanship is so important to be able to evoke that feeling, but it can never be more important than the feeling. So that's why it's so great to have someone like Ric, who really can have a perspective outside of yourself that says you're getting too caught up in this riff, or you're getting too caught up in the obsessed about the details. But I also, I take my craft really seriously. I love playing instruments, I love singing, and I love songwriting, and those are my 3 crafts, and my whole life is about getting better at those crafts.
Wait till you get older, because then you'll develop another craft called napping. and I work really hard at that one, yeah.
Is that...
You want to do a song for us?
Yeah.
How about doing Tough Guys?
Yeah, I'll do Tough Guys first.
Yeah, sweet.
I don't want to hit you with my
That's all right.
guitar.
Won't be the first time.
Wouldn't be the first time I've been hit by a guitar or another musical instrument.
Huh?
So he probably deserves it. So.
Hey.
So this is Tough Guys. This is a sassy song about being yourself no matter what.
Carolyn Jones.
Yeah. smart if I ask a question that you know the answer to, but I'm an airy, fairy hippie if I ask why we paint something brand new. It's comical to see the quizzical look upon your face as you play me, 'cause I'm crazy when it's you. You ain't keep pace with all the love that my heart can give. Hey, it's out of way that you can't hold back.
And not a lick of auto-tune.
No, you can't do it in real life.
No, you can't. That's great, man. You are the real deal. That's
Thank you.
Really sweet.
Thank you so much.
It's neat hearing, seeing the video and hearing the single and then getting that. That's really cool.
Can we get there?
You're on tour with Zac Brown Band right now. How's that? Talk about musicians.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they've been heroes of mine for years. Their musicianship, their commitment to philanthropic endeavors, just what they stand for and what their music means to their fans. It's one thing to have these songs on the radio, and it's another thing to have kind of a culture of your own, which is what they have on the road. And I just don't have enough good things to say about them as people, their crew, their fans, Zac, his whole band. It's a testament actually to who they are, that the entire community around them is so welcoming and so kind, and the standards of excellence are unprecedented. So I'm having a great time.
It's cool seeing guys like that, and it's a great learning experience being around. I've seen kind of behind the scenes with that culture with Jamie Johnson too, and it's these guys are so true to what they do. And it's got to be hard when you're an artist that's on the way up and you want to get the radio airplay and sacrifice possibly sometimes to get it, but these guys are keeping what they do intact.
Yeah, I think it's really what you're in it for.
Yeah.
I think if you're in it for the craft of the music, that's your goal, to be great at your craft and to express really purely from your heart. I think that those distractions become very obvious for what they are. Like it's so obvious what the line is. Like if you have integrity, if that matters to you, and I can't speak for everyone else. I can just speak for myself. That I don't want anything to get ahead of the truth of the music is what you're talking about. And they are great examples of that.
Wow. I'm really happy for your success so far.
Thank you so much.
It's really cool. It was great that you took some time to come and see us this morning.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Good luck with Tough Guys and the album Bare Feet.
Yep.
It's available for pre-order right now.
The EP comes out a week from Friday on the 25th, and it's available for pre-order right now. There's 3 songs available right now. So.
And every 3, all of those 3 songs are excellent.
Thank you.
I'm not sure exactly which they are because I got the whole thing. But it's a great album.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Carol,
nice to meet you.